split screen it to where both screens are up, so
there
we can still see the chat, and because I know you like to get in there and tinker.
Bam!
Boom!
Tinker Tanker, you're a stanker. Hope you can hear us.
Can
you hear us now?
Are we
Can
live?
you hear us now?
I don't think so.
Being live.
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh. I'm just.
Yeah, we're live. Hey guys. Right now we're live.
We're live.
But they can hear you, Trey.
I don't believe
Oh yeah,
you.
they totally can hear you.
I don't believe you.
Dude, you can look. Fernando's already on there.
Look, Juan's the only one that thinks
So-
he still needs headphones.
Yeah, I'm just. Oh no shit, right? I'm done audio testing, so I don't need these.
Yep.
Thank you. Just hang them there. I really like hearing myself through headphones. This is so weird for me.
Now we're just talking.
We're trying.
I don't like
things,
I think it feels more organic.
Yeah, it does.
but I don't like it.
I don't like
I
it.
only eat
I don't
organic
like human
vegetables.
interaction, so I was really a fan of synthetically listening to everybody. And can I buy a hat?
Do you want the headphone?
You want a hair
ears?
tie? Wow. Do you want a hair tie?
So hi, welcome to Con Culture Podcast. In case you haven't noticed, we have a new
It
layout.
makes you feel better.
We have a new layout here.
Steph is watching!
Hey, Steph!
Hey, Steph! How's it going? How you doing? Hope you like the new setup. Can you guys
Great
hear us all
sound
right?
quality.
You sound good?
Can you hear us good? Oh, great sound quality!
Yay!
Shit, we were winging it. We got some new mics where we don't have to have it all in our face hole.
Yes.
So I hope you guys enjoy the mics and enjoy the show. Let's get it started with introducing
Jazz hands.
Jazz Hand Jen Lee's or Lee Cosplay. You know what Instagram you go to. You're probably following both. I hope you're following both. Yeah, we're joined by Jen today. Happy to see you.
And we're so glad you're here.
Yes,
And that you
definitely.
have been so flexible as we've been tinkering.
Yeah, she's been here for like, what, 30, 40 minutes?
like an hour.
Just an hour.
Going live at 8 o'clock. 8-ish. Y'all know that, though, right? Y'all know it's 8-ish. Yeah, no, she's been a trooper. Like, just watching and not judging too hard. I hope you didn't judge us too hard. There was a whole lot of, where does this go? Do you know what this does? I can't see you. Put the light on the roof.
Why
These are
am I
all
so
literal
white?
things we said. Yes, why am I so white?
It's
We had
sun
a
or
lot of
none.
white. Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah,
we had to play with light just to get it right because we were washing out poor Gigi, or Trey was like looking like powder, or like glowing,
He was like
radiating.
glowing
Marie
marshmallow.
Antoinette with like
Jelly and I, we were straight the whole time, you know.
You know, we
gotta
all
love
can't
that
be
sun-kissed
blessed with
sun.
such beautiful skin.
Yeah. So Jen's here to talk about her cosplay origins. So please, if you would start us off, how did you get into cosplay?
We want to hear your origin story.
Yeah. Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, so I was selfish in the beginning. I actually did it because I wanted to win Comic-Con tickets. And I
What?
did, yeah.
That's a good reason to do it.
Selfish.
Yeah.
Selfish at all.
Well, because my big thing is I wanted to go to San Diego Comic-Con because for me, that's the only one I've ever heard of. I've never heard of any of these other
Same.
branches and everything. And then back in the day on Facebook, on the screen where it has like the advertisements here, instead of like in your newsfeed, it was on the side and it's popped up Alamo City Comic-Con. It was only like 15 likes, and I was like, when did we get one? So I was like, yeah, I
They
dug
moved?
So like I clicked on it and everything, and I did a Laura Croft Reborn cosplay. That was my first cosplay ever, and I didn't win. I lost to like a skimpier version of an Ewok, but I mean, I had a lot of fun.
Slooty
I-
Ewoks.
Snooty
She was
Ewok.
cute though. She was cute. She deserved it
I forgot
anyways.
to share this. Continue. I'm sorry. I got
Wait, share what? The Ewok or?
you. No. I forgot to share the fact that we're live
Oh.
with the podcast group.
No.
So continue on. Slutty Ewok.
Aw. No, but
I think she actually said skimpy.
Skimpy.
She did.
We
You
don't-
said snooty.
We
Slooty.
assumed it was
Slooty.
slutty.
We do not slut shame.
Damn right. I
on
love me
this
some sluts.
podcast.
I don't know about y'all.
I salute shame.
We love the sluts.
We love the sluts. Continue. I'm sorry.
no,
Snooty.
mad props
Snooty.
to her because she's very confident in that. I'm not that confident
Yeah.
for any of that. It's like
Kudos. Definitely. Yeah, it takes a lot of courage to show skin.
So like, then I got recruited into the whole Comic-Con environment and everything, and then I just worked my way on up. So the last one I did was like 3 weeks to build, and it was the Mohawk Spider Gremlin with Rambo Gizmo and that one was my love-hate. Oh my goodness. I've not seen that thing at all.
I think that was like the first time that I really was like, oh my god, can I touch it? Like the gizmo that she had, I was like, oh, it looks so real. That was the first time I've ever like impulse like just
Reached out.
yeah, because that's like a childhood like movie favorite of mine. So it looks so good and real, and she was like puppeting it, and I was like, you can just touch people's things. Hey, this is awesome. Mind if I? And she was so sweet about it, and she was like getting a ton of attention for it. That was awesome.
And then y'all realize you're petting my hand.
Yeah, that's where it got awkward when it started. Gizmo started interacting back.
Do you have puppetry experience?
No.
That just your puppet gizmo is like.
Yeah, that puppet gizmo, it's from Trick or Treat Studios. And it's like, I think it's still $60, but it's meant for a kid. And for me, I was like, bend over. We're getting in there. You're gonna work.
Poor Gizmo.
Poor Gizmo.
So
Yes.
so is it a stuffed animal originally?
No, it's puppet.
Oh, okay.
It's a puppet, but it's made for a kid. And I remember the first time I wore it, that was the same year that Zach Galligan came to Comic-Con.
Mhm.
And my review to Trick or Treat Studios, and they applauded me for it because they thought it was hilarious. It was all like negative. It was like, well, I had to have that puppet for like 8+ hours. It cut into my arms, and I still have scars right here.
Oh my
Shit.
And I still have
gosh.
scars here and here.
Dedication to
and
the craft, madam.
Yeah, and I sent a picture of like the injuries and everything, and I put P.S. Totally well worth it.
Oh.
So Gonzo's favorite of yours was Tomb Raider. I guess that's where she got some Tomb Raider scars from. So realistic. You went all out.
But like whenever I get injured, I take pictures as it goes, like from the day I get injured to like the progress, so I can use it as reference for later,
Oh,
especially
nice.
for like Tomb Raider.
Nice. You're like, that's what scars look like when they're healing. Actually, that's pretty fucking
That's
cool.
really smart.
That's a really good idea. We're just here winging it with makeup. Does it look like a scar?
I just take some,
Put some
like
red on
Nike
Nike
check.
red eyeshadow and call it a day. Like, that looks good. Throw some like red
That's
syrup
actually-
on it.
I've
Splash.
never
Jen Lee's
even
getting
thought
asked, like,
about
are you okay? Are those real bruises? Just I took photos of some old bruises, and I
Who hurt you?
who hurt you? Yeah.
You just
So
see the
what
other guy.
after you got involved with your first Comic-Con, how'd you like the experience of like going to Alamo City and
What brought you
experiencing
back?
the show? What got you hooked?
I like the environment. Like before the drama that there is now,
Mm.
I like the mixture of like the cosplay community and the nerd culture and just everything in general. Because back in the day, I mean, who hasn't been bullied? But like back in the day, it's like all this was like secretive.
Underground,
You
yeah.
can't
Oh yeah,
It was
on
frowned
the
upon.
low.
I mean, I didn't have a choice. My mom stuck me with overalls that had like Dalmatian stuff, and I was in high school. I was a senior, and I would still have that and everything, but I owned it. I was like, I didn't really care. I mean, it's not like you're.
You know
paying
what's
for my
sad is like
clothes.
high schoolers would wear that today. Though,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because they're bringing like all that 90s shit.
Yeah.
it's all hip now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you like the community, you like the cosplay. What was probably your favorite cosplay that you've done out of the multitude?
For the special effects, Tomb Raider. For the love-hate aspect of it, Spider Mohawk Gremlin.
That was a good one. I liked the photo that you used today, her rogue. When I saw her, I was like, oh my god, you look amazing. It's so awesome. I love that character, so the fact that you brought it out was super cool when I saw it. What was your favorite con so far in San Antonio that you like experience-wise? If the vibe was cool, the people were great, the entertainment.
I haven't
the
really
whole
been
package.
to a whole lot of them. I just pick and choose and whatnot. I do a lot of the free stuff, so it's like if I'm a guest cosplayer, I go there. If I go to like the Wonderland Mall, I'll go there. I do like
That's where I
Sci-Fest.
saw my favorite costume.
Oh yeah, the Totoro.
Yes, that one is my absolute favorite.
The who?
Chitsuru.
Tootsie Roll?
Totoro.
Tootsie Roll.
No.
She did it so cleverly too. It's like a beautiful
She
dress
had the umbrella and
with
everything.
the umbrella. Yes,
And the little dust bunnies.
yes, that was my
Oh.
favorite part when she like lifted it up, all the little dust bunnies. I was like,
It's actually an inspiration from Dust Bunny cosplay because she actually was the designer for that. And we
Oh,
just
nice.
we saw the image, and I have a friend who actually can just see it visually and just
Get it?
like
Yeah, we have one like that too.
Might
Just
as well
sees
trial
it,
it in there.
dissects it, puts it, makes it.
Got it.
Hey guys, look what I made! But
What's
they
funny,
got
too,
one fucking
is
photo.
that I couldn't.
trial and error.
What's funny is that in that same day I couldn't even fit because it was my sister's. So I managed to get it up here, but I was like, I need another person to like force the zipper up. So I call Keyboard Smash. I'm like, hey, I need you to come over here quick because I know you're nearby and you're on your way here anyways. And he's like, okay. So we're in the parking lot. I'm like standing up, like half this dress is somewhat up. I'm like, hi everyone at Target, just
Yeah.
so I'm here like
A lot of
this.
shit goes down in parking lots for cosplayers.
Then I'm like, okay. I'm like, when I say 3, I'm gonna suck it in. You zip it up.
Go.
I love the coordination taking place. All right, ready? You ready, Jimmy? You got 7 count?
Go.
Hey, it worked. And then I was like, when we're done, I need your help again.
Were you like unable to breathe the whole time? Just like,
Oh, I was fine as long as I didn't like move because it was really tight right here. And I was like, okay, if I like exhaled, it would probably be like.
No deep,
it all falls
no
apart.
deep breaths.
It all falls apart. That's crazy. What about difficulty wise? Like, what was the most difficult or uncomfortable cosplay that you've done of your batch?
There's 2 of them actually. Okay, so the first one would be my first love hate, which would be Mystique. That was my second cosplay I ever made. The bodysuit alone, it was like over 400 scales I hand painted on there with the puffy paint. Yeah, and I didn't have a mannequin.
That's
so
no joke either. That's a pain in the ass.
and then the face, it takes like anywhere from 3 to 5 hours to do. So because of the drying and everything, yeah. And then the second one would be, of course, Mohawk Spider Berlin, because that one I only wore it that one time, and I have yet to.
And you were like,
I'm
nah,
just like,
it wasn't worth it.
Good.
Wasn't worth the
I
I got my
discomfort.
photos.
I may
Yeah.
wear it again. I'm not sure.
When they're so big and so inconvenient to walk through a crowd or anything, that you don't want to put it on again.
Yeah,
I feel you on that.
because I have to wear like a military belt that can hold so much weight, because those PVC pipe legs and the EVA foam legs is heavy, and then the mask alone, literally, is just smaller than my pinky fingernail. Like 2 holes here, 2 holes here. I can't hear anything. And I can't see anything. So I'm just like, and it gets really hot in there.
I remember that just brings me back to when we asked Brittany, I forgot where we were going, but like, why don't you just bring Hot Girl? Like, it was just like, easy
Why not?
thing to
We
kind
were
of,
going to Victoria.
yeah, and it was like, why don't you just bring Hot Girl? Like, that's an easy one, right?
Yeah,
like,
nobody
no
would
clue
bring
of
any
the amount of,
luggage.
no clue of the amount of assembly or walking around in that or mobility. Like,
I
that
brought my
didn't even
least
enter.
assembly costumes, and
Yeah.
I still brought a ton of shit.
Not only that, parking lot story was funny. You had one. He was butt naked in the parking lot.
My
But
cheese came out in
naked
the
in the
parking
park.
lot because I was.
She had
I
a wardrobe.
Yeah, I had a Wonder Woman corset on it that I made out of foam, and
Oh,
in order to fit on it, I can't wear a bra with that.
Yeah.
So, and it zips up and it snaps on the other side to get in it. So the snap, like I forgot my chonies, and so I ran outside to get my chonies, and so I'm trying
That's
to
the
put my
first
chonies
naked
on,
incident.
wearing this, and so I'm trying to get it on, and then I like go to like pull it, and it just snap, and I was like, ugh. It's like,
Like, I'm never gonna be asked that ever again.
Luckily, no one was in the parking lot. So it was like, oh no.
so here I am. Then I get inside the car, and I'm like, get the stupid chonies on. I'm like trying to snap this, and I'm like, so I just like rush back in, just holding it together. I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom because I couldn't do it like inside this, like the back seat of the car. It was like,
Funny thing is, she gets it reconstructed, and then Gonzo loved this part. She has to go on stage to judge the cosplay contest. And before then, we already saw that this thing is giving way.
Yeah.
Like, this zipper's not gonna hold. So, of course, people were watching attentively, and the moment came while she was on stage.
no,
in
while
front
I
of
was
everybody.
on stage. I was sitting at the judges' table.
Still within clear view of Gonzo.
I was definitely in clear view.
I'm still mad he didn't record anything, but yeah, it gave way and it busted.
It just busted
she
right
kinda
open
had
out of
to-
nowhere.
So she's like,
So I'm just kind of like this, like judging, like holding it closed, like for the rest of the time. I was sitting
Stay
there.
in there.
Yeah.
Stay.
And then I was like, how much time do we got before the next one? I'm like, okay, I'd be right back. So I like ran to get a shirt. I'm like, I'm done with this course today. Over it.
So, now off our tangent back to your cosplaying, you said you also got involved with like helping cons and doing things behind the scenes. How did you like that? What was your experience like with that?
Well, I'm more towards like the special events and kind of help promoting and all that. Depends on certain aspects. I mean, because we all got full-time jobs, so it's hard to like get out there and promote and pass out flyers and spread the word.
That's a mood.
I need that on a shirt.
But yeah,
I can make you one.
Yes. Full-time job, full-time mom.
This is a mood.
This is a mood.
No, but they got pros and cons. Like, I don't know. I like I use the Force.
Yeah, he did.
That's how Gonzo did it. He was like, zipper giveaway.
What was that movie? What, Bruce Almighty?
Oh, yeah.
He's
He's like, and then her hair flies out.
Yep, Gonzo has the juju. So you're doing flyers, you're handing out all kinds of stuff while holding the full-time job.
Yeah.
Is it still a fun experience for you? Do you still like organizing, promoting, and doing shows? 'Cause I know you
Yeah.
have a new one that we can actually talk about now if you want to go into that. Super one word Bit Fest. And we made sure it took you 3 times to get this right. Where did Brittany go? You'll never know. Yeah, if you could tell us a little bit about Super Bit Fest. It looks like a pretty cool nerd clash music event.
So I actually wrote some cheat
She
sheet
took
notes.
Nice.
Take
Okay.
notes.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna remember all this off the top of my head. Like, okay, so like it is the first ever festival that's dedicated to like the nerd music in San Antonio. So it's gonna be the first, obviously the first ever. So it's gonna be on March 14th, which is next week. It's only gonna be one day.
Yeah.
It's gonna be on Pi Day.
Ooh.
Hi, Day. So, really quick to trigger Gonzo, the first annual
Yeah, the first
annual Super Bit Fest.
2 words.
Yeah.
No, but
Now
it's,
I have that song stuck in my head. From Wonder Park. Have you ever seen Wonder Park? They
Is it-
sing a pie song in that. I'm
You're
like,
literally the
"Oh,
only
here
one who
comes
sings.
pie."
So
even
it's
on
gonna-
Michael. That
Michael?
pie meal, my.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I love pie.
Yeah.
I love pie. So it's on Pi Day.
Yeah, and it's gonna be at the Rock Box and the surrounding areas around there. So.
What? I'm not familiar with
I
that
don't-
area.
Somewhere on Houston.
Yeah, it's on East Houston Street,
Downtown.
downtown. By Sunset Station area.
That is okay. I live
Outside
down there.
edge of
so.
downtown. Yeah, it's not far from your house.
Everybody parks at her place and
Yeah,
walks
exactly.
Yeah.
Not that close.
That's the
It's
plan.
not
Wait,
that
but you
close.
could Uber and it'd
Ooh,
be
we
fa-
could
it would be
Uber for like
cheaper.
$7.
And it would be cheaper than paying a park down there. That's what
Taking
we've been doing.
scooters.
That's what we're doing. Everybody meet up at Gigi's for
You
Super
realize
Bit
I'm,
Fest.
like,
We're all gonna go
super
there.
Uncoordinated, so like me on a scooter, I'm gonna eat it. As One rock and
we
I'm
now have to
done.
pay for Brittany's scooter just to see it and record. Just like, go,
on
Brittany.
TikTok.
We'll
Wait,
get
can
there.
you do it again?
Yes, that's gonna be the bomb TikTok. Ow.
Look at this midget go.
Brittany, slow down, no.
So it's on Pi Day. What are they gonna have? What you
So
got?
they're gonna have. There's gonna be a lot of live music bands. They have the Mariachi Entertainment System. It's like a mariachi band that plays nerdcore type music. They're really good.
Yeah.
They're really good.
I feel like I've seen them.
Yes, they were a
before.
huge hit with their Avengers song that they played.
Yes.
It was
yes,
all over
yes.
Facebook. It was like in every cosplay
I
group.
cried when they did the turn over the shot glass for Stan Lee. I was like,
Oh.
yeah.
Coming up here, homie. Yeah, they're a
Stan the
great,
man.
great group.
Yeah, and there's gonna be other bands like Super Galaxy Train, Sonic Boom, Bit Force. You'll know Bit Force or heard of them? They're the ones that are organizing the event.
I only listen to Ed Sheeran, so
So this sounds a lot
Nickelback.
like Magfest.
Magfest.
Magfest is like also it's like a nerd music culture like
It's like a
festival.
music festival.
Nice.
It's a con, but it's a music festival.
That's pretty dope.
Cool.
So it's usually outdoor though. Is it
I like that
indoor or
it's one
This
outdoor?
day.
is indoors.
Indoors. That's good.
Yeah.
And then, if you have some anger issues or you just want to punch something or beat something, they have an
Okay.
actual car that you can actually beat the heck out of.
What's that?
A demo card.
Everything. Yeah.
There you go, Gigi.
Stress relief.
It's about
Oh,
to
yeah.
get real.
I mean, I went through Axes last weekend, so I want to beat a car.
Shield Maiden.
That's a mood.
So they have that. They have live music. They have tournaments. They have Pokemon Snap in real life. Nintendo's gonna be there. They're gonna have a rep from Nintendo.
Wow.
Wow.
They can get Nintendo there, but PAX South can't get
And
Dang.
Rest in peace, Pat South.
Subtle flex. Subtle flex.
Right?
Get it?
Okay.
So the rep from Nintendo is gonna be showcasing several games and
Like
have
Animal
giveaways.
Crossing.
That I'm
Who?
not sure.
Oh, I bet they will.
Oh,
It just
yeah.
came out. They've got to have
Yeah.
Animal Crossing.
Hey, Jason.
Hello.
Jason
Hey,
says
Jason.
hi, Jenny.
Hey, Gonzo. I saw we up there now.
Bitch.
Whoa.
He's really upset about the first
Whoa.
annual. I knew we were gonna get him mad.
Trigger.
First annual.
Okay, so the tickets are general admission's $10. The times for the show is 4 p.m. to midnight.
It's a long day.
It's nerdcore party.
Oh yeah. Nerds can go all night.
There's no kid cosplays there.
Mm-mm.
Not yet.
Bring your slooty
Ewoks. Bring
cosplay.
your
This
sweet
is-
Ewoks.
this is-
Slooty Ewoks.
This is like, what is it? Like EDM, like this is gonna be like the rave of cosplays.
Oh, that's gonna be
Like
pretty
cons.
badass. Though.
Rave con.
So the legendary pass, it's $30 pre-sale only for right now. I'm not sure how much it's going to be after the pre-sale is up. Probably like a few bucks more.
Mhm.
But
not bad.
you get early admission. Game
Audio.
Boy.
Can they not hear us?
Audio okay now?
Okay.
That's random.
Just a hiccup?
That's weird.
Jason, you got to turn your volume up.
Layer 1.
We started the show with an audio compliment, and then it just went to shit
Thank
somewhere.
Corona.
Cancel the show!
It was me! It was me!
I knew it.
I went to the Swarovski Crystal Place. I ate Chinese food.
I'm the rampant.
I went to
refugee
North
running
Star,
around.
I'm
Went to
sorry.
North Star Mall.
Get the
It is.
Vicks. Get the Vicks.
Get the Vicks.
Get an egg.
And an egg. The Vicks and the egg, yeah?
Vicks
Got
and
you,
Motrin
bro.
all
Got
day.
And Windex.
So like the legendary pass is pretty cool. I don't know if you've seen it. It's an actual Game Boy cart badge, and it lights up. Yeah.
Wait, so how
This is
long?
$30.
How long do we have to buy these?
Yeah, how long is the pre-sale for?
Because I want that.
sounds
This
cool as
I'm
shit.
not sure for the pre-sale, but they haven't posted that when it's supposed to be up. So I would just get it like. as
It's
soon as
probably
you can.
right now.
Nah.
Yeah, it's like, and
Get,
this is the
kid
last
gets
one.
them now.
That's it.
And then not just the early admission, but and the Game Boy little cart. You get the loot drop tote bag and a shirt. So.
That's a
Yeah.
With
$30
the beads?
ticket.
So you just paid for your loot.
$30 ticket.
That's a lot of shit
Stop.
for $30.
What is
Adult
it?
beverages?
Stop sleeping on
Stop
Super
sleeping
Bit
on
Fest.
Super Bit Fest.
No,
First
stop
annual.
sleeping on Vinland Saga.
I
Stop
think-
sleeping.
I'm going to
on
say it
Vinland
every
Saga.
week.
Every week.
I think we need
Allah.
to go, like 100% sold.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
going.
we're in. We're in. You'll see us
Are
there.
there adult beverages?
Yeah, are
Yeah.
there adult beverages?
What-
It's a
what's-
barge, right?
What's the food and drink?
Well, they can close it down.
The food and then drinks, that I'm not too sure on right
Yeah.
now. He just told me to touch up on some of this right now. He's
Yeah, definitely. We'll
I'm
get
pretty sure
the
they
info
have,
on that.
Yeah, I'm
You
pretty
should
sure
be
they have all
watching
that.
the live right now.
Will
so-
you
Yeah.
will you send
Buddy.
us? Yeah. We would enjoy this, and I think
Yeah.
this would be so fun.
Scenario.
And listen to some awesome music. Yeah.
So there's two other things.
There's more?
Yeah.
Holy cow!
But wait,
Wait.
there's more.
There's more.
I mean, there's a lot that they've announced, but I'm just touching up like bits and pieces. So if you play Smash Brothers, they're doing a Smash Ultimate Genius 7 rules, $500 potluck prize, $10 attorney fee.
Look, my kids are on spring break all next week. I can refresh myself. Take some little kids
You
now.
getting owned, motherfuckers. I can totally see Brittany wilding out.
Just like, who's the random girl with the glasses at the end? Like,
I don't know, but she can't ride a scooter for shit.
someone let her not pick Mega Knight no more.
Oh man, that's
And then
awesome.
It is family friendly. It's a family friendly event.
It's family friendly and it goes till midnight. Oh, this ought to be fun.
Yeah.
And then
It's probably all the kid friendly stuff is early in the day.
Probably till 6 or 8.
Yeah,
And they're like, all right, kids.
Well, I
Yeah,
don't know. This
shoot.
is San Antonio, so more like 8.
and then the
9.
Ewoks walk in, and then you're like, okay, it's time to go.
The sleuth has arrived.
I have
So-
teenage boys, they'll be fun.
So there is going to be a cosplay contest.
Uh-oh.
There's going to be a $250 cash prize plus different prizes as well.
We're donating a prize that I forgot. I was literally supposed to bring it today for her.
So there are Comic-Con tickets. There's different pops. There's different DVDs. There's a huge variety of.
There's celebrity autograph photos.
So, like, would people be totally mad if I, like, sandbag and just put my hot girl on? You know, we know.
Gonzo, you need to get Carlisle out there.
Yes, he's
Little
gonna
Doc
go
Ock.
own that little. Hold the apple.
So we do
So
have
cute.
separate categories. Of course, there's
Good.
going to be an age group for the kids. There's going to be an age group for 16 and up for the adults. There's going to be the best in show for the kids, best in show for adults, etc. There is going to be, the rule is, one of the rules, we're not going to have if you had an award-winning cosplay, we're not going to pick you for that. But if it's a crowd favorite, we're going to have that crowd.
Oh, that's
Have
cool.
that.
Carlisle's got that crowd
Yeah,
favorite.
all day. Crowd favorite, Carlisle.
How will you know if those costumes are award winning though? You'd have to know that personally.
Yeah, we'll have to know that personally.
Or
it's gonna be
honor
very hard.
system.
I would go with the honor system.
Yeah.
I think let's go honor system.
Well, and I feel
It's-
like the cosplay community, we're all familiar enough, especially locally, we're familiar enough to be like, Britt, we all know
I
you
said
about
that.
that hot girl.
girl.
Now my
you
Bumblebee
know
has
hot
never
girls.
been in a contest, so I technically could go out with that one.
You should.
That
Do you know how hard it is to walk in that thing?
We just got done talking about
I literally
difficult
have to take like the
cosplays.
littlest baby steps because my legs are inside of foam, and literally the wings like I can. It's windy outside. I catch some air, they're gone.
Bye, Brittany! Transform!
I love how Jason's like giving us the tech support feedback. It's like lag. No, never mind. It's good. Sorry, it's new
I
mics.
think
We
it's
haven't
your
worked out on the
internet,
bugs.
sir.
My internet?
No,
It's
Jason.
I think
Oh.
it's his because he's the only one who's commenting that.
yeah.
Where
Is
is
everybody else
everybody?
have good audio?
Maybe restart your device.
Maybe.
How many viewers do you have?
7.
Currently 8.
Oh.
So out of all
Yeah.
those 8 people, no one else can say
7.
what the audio
Yeah,
sounds
I
like.
guess they're good. I
Give
guess
us a holler.
yeah, well, you gotta imagine there's like a 7 or 8 second delay.
I do.
So
know
we
that.
said it,
and it's
and they just heard that.
Yeah.
So now they gotta type out the question. Then there's the lag and the delay for
I
the
feel like we're
comments.
doing
to
a
be typed
round
out
of
and
fire
entered.
right now.
We are.
And
Gonza says we're good. Okay,
boom.
so
See? I timed it perfectly. You're gonna see my celebration late. Not to toot my own horn, but I know how this works.
Okay,
I know how
moving
the
on,
interwebs
moving
work.
on.
So, Super Bit Fest. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff. Awesome badges, cosplay contest, cash prizes, other cool shit prizes.
Ewoks.
Snooty Ewoks, fingers crossed.
Look, I have all kinds of extra fur.
Oh, yes! What are we going to do?
Slute it
What-
up.
what's
Snooty Ewoks.
No, we're
The
gonna do
first
no,
one.
no,
Oh,
no,
Snooty
no,
Ewoks.
no. We're gonna do Slooty Tusken Raiders.
Oh.
or you can just do Slooty Mandalorians and just put a mask on.
No, Tusken Raiders. I'm
No.
sorry.
I like the Tusken
Snooty
Raiders,
Vikings.
Slooty
Oh, Vinland Saga! Sorry, we're stuck on that. anime
Stop
forever.
sleeping on Vinland Saga.
Stop sleeping on Vinland Saga. Do
Man.
not.
Look, Fernando coming out the woodworks.
Hey.
Net zero internet.
Net zero
I knew
internet.
you were there.
Escape.
It's King. It's an AOL disc, bro. He ran out of the hours. Yeah. We've all been there. We've all been there. So, speaking of cons and events, we were at one this weekend, and we enjoyed ourselves.
Yeah,
Were you there,
I
Jen?
No,
Mm-mm.
I'm done now.
Stop sleeping on PopCon, Jen.
I was sad. I had to work. It was opening weekend at the park, but I want to hear everything about it. I loved all the pictures. Oh my gosh, Carlisle was.
I love the
He
TikTok
killed
from the
it.
library.
Oh yeah, that was.
We got there right as we were leaving. He got there, and we were just like,
We were just so hungry.
we need a photo. We're starving, but holy shit, that looks cool in person. And Gonzo, they made it so it's a backpack that can fit an adult.
Yeah.
Like it's easy to just kind of throw on there. And he's all, it's just pool noodle.
No,
Yeah, he showed
Like,
me
bitch, that's
the
impressive
progress
as fuck.
Yeah.
It's impressive as fuck. Though he played it down. It was like, just a couple pool noodles and, reminds me of someone. Oh, it's just,
Just
PVA
craftsmanship.
foam, a little bit of, hint of, and there it is. It's like, no, Brittany, that shit looks amazing. Gonzo, that shit looked amazing.
Well done.
Y'all did an amazing job. And he rocked it so well. He was good with his little villain face, and they tell him to hold the apple, and he does this pose. It was so cool. There was a touch like the Spider-Man mask on one of
Yeah.
them.
And he had the money
Money
bag
bag.
on the
Yes, the
other.
money bag on the other, and Spider-Man's mask on one. Of course, every Spider-Man cosplayer there was like, "Oh shit, photo,"
Yeah.
because he looked so cool.
It was so good.
But yeah, no, it was a fun vibe. Who was there? Havoc was there. The Havoc cosplayers were there. Caps Crusaders were there. Ghostbusters. Our boy Brian we missed.
We missed Brian.
We missed. We got there and we saw him from above.
We were yelling his name for like 5 minutes. Brian.
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 And we were like,
That sounds
it was
so
Trey's
good.
idea because I was like, let's go walk in and say hi to everybody. He's like, no, let's go up top and like yell at them and mess with them from above.
It's like a zoo exhibit.
Unbeknownst to us, you can't hear shit down there that's going on. It's literally just 20 feet above you, but you can't hear it because it's so loud with everyone
Well, all
talking.
those books, it sound breaks everything,
True.
so they're all like sound.
All them books.
It just absorbs the sound.
Yes.
So, like he said, we're like, Brian! And like literally right above him. And Belinda, she was like, you want me to drop this on him? I was like, no, we can't do that. Like, what if it hits or hits that girl across from the table?
We got
like,
a lawsuit.
yeah,
Like
then we got
gravity
trouble
force
on
on
our
the way
hands, and we
down.
gotta run, and we're kicked out of
Blows us-
PopCon. Con Culture banned from PopCon. That's gonna
That's
be
all
the
we
headline.
need.
So we go, all right, let's go downstairs to like meet with Brian after we shoot this quick TikTok.
Well, first we saw those girls with ice cream, and we were like, "Where'd you get that ice cream?"
Where did they get ice cream? They had like a waffle cone. So that got us downstairs to go look for the food trucks. Because like I said, we were hungry. But we get downstairs, we walk in, and we're like, where's Brian? Brian?
And then he left.
Brian, he had left for the whole day. Like, he was done. He had a shoot to go get to. So, but our other friends were there. Charles was there. Gonzo, Vicky, James, like all of our friends were there. Travis, West,
suit.
Dez.
Oh, his new suit. I haven't seen it
Travis's
in person.
new Iron Man suit. We got it. Mad props.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Caps
Props.
Crusaders. Iron Manning, I think is his
Yes.
Instagram handle. Holy shit, that new suit is so good.
It looks
So
Well, I know
good.
he's been tweaking it to make it as movie accurate as he can. 'Cause
Yes.
he and I had been talking like months ago when he was
Mhm.
like, I finally, did it. I took the plunge, and then he's like, I got it in because he'd been keeping me updated because I've been wanting to do a rescue.
pepper pot.
Still working on it. I'm still working on
She's
it.
sleeping on it.
I'm sleeping on it.
I agree with Gonzo. It felt like PopCon tried this year. Last year
Good.
was a little, but they
I
learned.
don't know.
I like the
I
flow of
barely
it.
Personally,
heard any
there was
advertisement
less.
for it, though.
Personally, I had more fun last year.
I think there was more to do last year. There was definitely more to do last year. Yeah. You know what?
If
It's
we would've
because
been there, it would've
Gigi
been a
wasn't
blast
there
and
and Brittany
blast.
wasn't there. Yeah. No, I liked it, but it was something you could see in like, well, it's a free event. It's a library promotion event. It's not really a con. But yeah, you can 20 minutes see everything.
Wow.
But interacting
Oh, you
take
got
longer. If you
How-
stop and interact, you
I've-
could be there for hours. Like
I've
we.
never been so. Like, how big is it?
They take up all the levels. Almost
No,
all the levels.
I don't.
I've never even been to the
Yeah,
library.
Never been to the
What?
library. Well, first off, stop sleeping on the public library.
Yeah,
everybody.
stop sleeping on the San Antonio Public
This is a
Library.
great resource we have here in our city.
I live.
Wes says he liked it this
I
year.
live next to the San Pedro Library, so that's
Go to
why.
the Central Library.
Go to the Central. It's this giant
Huge.
monolith.
Books on
to
books on books.
Outdated medium.
Is that the building that's like Borin?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's
Enchilada
it's
red.
enchilada red.
Enchilada red.
Wait, is
Enchilada
that
red.
at SAC?
I
No,
still have no idea
no.
where it is.
You don't know where it's at? It's San Pedro. You take San Pedro all the way
So
in,
that-
and you go into downtown. It's by Baptist Hospital. I'm gonna say. Yeah, I think it's by
Okay.
Baptist, by downtown Baptist. But yeah, you need to get there. It was pretty cool. It was a great event. Cosplayers were amazing. They had a cosplay
So
contest.
many My Hero Academia cosplayers this year.
Yeah,
It was just
there
like,
was
dang.
overload on My Hero from age like 8.
Stop sleeping on my
To-
hero.
Yeah, you could take a nap on My Hero, especially the new movie. I heard it was really.
Boy, please,
yeah.
you barely watch my hero.
I know, but people who have said the new movie was not good.
See, how many episodes have you watched of that versus Vinland
4.
Saga? And you watched one episode of Vinland Saga and you were
Oh, I was
sold?
hooked.
Yeah,
I couldn't
so-
stop.
Stop
I was
sleeping on
like,
Vinland
why did you
Saga.
do this to me,
Vikings
Trey?
with Japanese voices.
Icelandair.
Icelandair, Valhalla. Yeah, if you haven't heard people speaking Norse with a Japanese inflection,
They'll
you're
do it
missing
for
the
you.
fuck
It's
out.
amazing.
We will do it. Ah, por
Yeah, if you're
fin.
not cool enough to read subtitles, we'll
Yeah.
come over and do the dub for you.
Wait,
we'll
wait,
do
wait,
it.
wait, not yet, because I have to watch it so that I can learn all of the women in the show.
Oh, no, I'll do
Oh
it.
yeah,
Okay.
it doesn't end.
You don't
good
want
for
to.
women.
The women in the show, I'm
The
sorry.
women, they don't have good endings.
It's
any
okay.
of them.
It's okay. I always get cast as the victim, so it's okay. It's just
Yeah.
typecasting for me.
Like your family's getting
Hashtag
slaughtered in
woman life.
front of you. You're getting burned
Hashtag
alive.
always a
It's
victim.
okay. Hashtag I always get cast as the victim. I'm already good. I
Okay.
got it.
All right, well,
I
stop
got it.
sleeping on it.
Stop
Get
sleeping
on
on Villain Saga. Watch it so you can do it. You and Jen can be like,
it.
ah!
Juan, what was your favorite thing about PopCon?
My favorite part of PopCon was the Vikings, Vinland Vikings.
When you got hit in the head with a sword?
Yes.
Yeah, I
They
was
had a
like-
cool display in the back. it was a table that they had like several different groups out there. They had LARPers and other things, but they had these Vinland LARPing Vikings that use real swords, real axes, real helmets, and they
No
full
choreography.
contact striking, no choreography. They LARP, they
go.
battle it out. So they're like, you want to test the helmet? Like, do a helmet test? Me being,
He was
yeah,
cheesing the
heck
whole
yeah.
time.
I get to wear the helmet. I was thinking I get to put on this helmet, see how I look, hold the shield and the sword. No, they were testing the helmet, meaning they were hitting me full force with a blade on the helmet as I wore it. So I strapped it on. I was like, oh man, this is cool. And they're like, you ready? I was like, what? And they're holding the blade to my head. I was like, whoa, what's going on? He's like, this is what we'll do when you're first starting. And he gives me like a tap. And I was like, that didn't hurt. This thing's pretty cool. He's like, and this is what it'll be like 3 to 6 months into it. Right? You're going to, and wham, the second, I wasn't ready for it. So like my teeth clinked together. And I was like, oh, yeah. Oh, shit. So the second one. And then he's like, after you've been with us for a year, this is what it, and he backhand like full force. He's like, before he hit me, he's like, all right, if you're gonna take this one, close your eyes, chin in your chest. Don't try to keep your eyes open.
Is that the one that you filmed?
And don't flinch, cause then I'll hit you in the neck. Yes, that's the last blow that he filmed.
That was an intense.
Yeah, like it
blow.
jarred my neck, and he's like, wham! I was like, it holds! Because they're Vinland Vikings, so I couldn't fucking look like a chump.
Yeah.
But my ears were ringing. They gave me a good whack. It was pretty cool, but Belinda right away was like, my turn! I took the helmet off before she could get the sword. I was like, nah, fuck that. She'll split this thing right open, Vinland Saga style, just right down the middle. But it's cool, because they use like blunt blades, so they can't
Axes,
cut you, but
knives.
yeah, they hit with actual contact, and they break shields, and oh, it's a lot of fun. And they meet every Sunday. I forgot the park.
McAllister Park.
McAllister Park every
Wait.
Sunday. Yes.
That's the same group that
What?
also does sword fighting.
yeah,
on
it's Viking
Wednesdays.
sword fighting. Girl, you know what you signed up for? Jeez.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, Shield Maiden. That's awesome. Well, yeah, McAllister Park. If you guys want to give it a try and want to do a little bit of extreme LARPing, I think that'd be
The
cool.
one that I was looking at wasn't extreme.
Oh, this is extreme. Have you ever LARPed before?
Mm-mm.
No.
I wanted to.
Yeah. No, nobody's ever
Hi,
LARPed here.
on Wednesday
Damn,
nights.
are we the only? Have you?
I've paintballed. Does that count?
I've painted. Yeah.
Technically, but not
Technically,
really.
not really. Oh,
Like full
shit.
blown LARP.
Yeah, me neither.
I
That's
took
for nerds.
I probably should
Stage-
because I took paintball way too seriously. So
I took stage combat. Does that count?
When mics are getting repossessed at the end of podcast, yeah, probably. They're on rental. We're test driving them, so you know.
oh, you jelly?
We
You
hope they
like
work.
this?
You like the
It's
new
so
mics?
nice.
You like the hands free? Mm-hmm.
It's
So,
like
yeah.
Wayne's World.
See my ears.
What was your favorite part of PopCon?
Honestly, Carlisle.
Yeah.
Yes. No,
Yeah.
seriously. Like
He was by far the best cosplay. Like that, he just owned it. His little presence, and he's just
he was
like,
so happy.
oh no, his brother too though. The Fantastic Four cosplay.
They were all Spider-Man out, and I loved it. I loved it.
It was so good. It was
It's
so
like
good.
family goals, like
Yeah.
hands down.
Yeah, that was the Cos Fam, and they, of course, Carlisle took the contest.
He
It
took
was,
first place.
yeah, first place, and
You
he,
mean
he looked like he was having a blast.
Gonzo took first place?
Gonzo
He's
took
walking
first.
around. He's like, "Those are my tentacles."
It was a my
No.
arms.
I'm
No,
kidding. I'm
that's-
kidding. I'm kidding.
Because he also had to own it. Like, he
Oh
loved
yeah, I
playing
saw the
villain.
pictures.
It was,
He looked so intense. Like it was like I don't know who.
It was the
you
cutest
took it.
thing.
It was the one you edited. It's all like
No,
super
Gonzo,
intense.
Gonzo messaged me. He goes, "I love that photo because he was all happy at the beginning of the day before
Yeah.
they got tired, and we're all drained out. So it's perfect timing."
Yeah, I got him before he got, because I'm sure that thing gets intense carrying
Oh, yeah.
as a
Yeah,
child
even though
walking
it's
around.
only what Gaza says 6 pounds, that's still.
Yeah, you still have to
after.
navigate through people
Yeah.
and like
It
I'm
can,
sure
it can
it's a
be
pain.
frustrating.
I'm sure he was getting stopped left and right. Too.
Oh yeah, I doubt Carlisle made it very far. Before I was like, "Can I get a photo?" Like before we left, as we're leaving, we got the photo for him.
Mhm.
He had already taken like 2 photos with another Spider-Man who was like walking out as we were leaving. So I'm sure as soon as he
Oh,
got
yeah.
in the door, he got mobbed.
Probably.
Yeah, so it was cool. What? LARP at PopCon? Did you do it, Wes? No. His sidestepping was the cutest. I didn't.
Walking through the crowd. The walking through the crowd.
Adorable, just
step.
giant arms and a little man. Oh, that's
It
so
probably
adorable.
looked like a little spider, you know what I mean? Like the little hanging spiders, like as he's walking through the crowd. I bet that was so cute.
Wes's pun pool was a cool cosplay
Yes.
too. He
I
did a
saw that.
Punisher Deadpool twist. It was really
I
nice
saw
and a lot of
pictures,
fun. Yeah, no,
It
I
looked
guess
like fun.
it was super fun.
I'm
The
sad I couldn't
atmosphere,
go.
again, the friends, why you go to Comic
Someone
Con.
get
I haven't
Tristan.
been.
Never? You didn't go to last year's?
I didn't go to last year because somebody was there,
What? Issues.
which
We
I'll
gonna
bring
fight?
up in my own podcast.
What? You have a
Uh-oh.
podcast?
Uh-oh.
It's
Plug
not up
it.
yet, but yeah, it's gonna be.
Fuck yeah! You got a name?
Not yet.
To be
Jen
determined.
Lee's To Be
I
Determined.
can't wait.
Podcast.
We should talk about this.
We will
offline.
definitely list if you want us as
Yes.
guests, maybe. Just, yeah.
No
I'm
pressure.
I'm
No
gonna
pressure.
expose everything.
Oh shit! This show hasn't done that before.
She has
Spill that tea.
yeah,
You got
Okay.
tea, girl?
sip the tea.
We need to talk about this offline. Okay,
Yeah.
next topic.
We
Next
do-
topic.
we
Con
got
news.
tea.
So pop
yes.
time.
Yes,
Yeah.
popcorn.
Popcorn. Cool.
Con news. Con news. We drove him out. Yes, we did drive him out last year. David showed up as the Batman and
It was hilarious.
just, like,
That's all I'll say.
packed his things and left. Because
Like-
David walks in just
Not even 2
looking
minutes.
majestic, and the
David
dude's
is
like,
freaking awesome.
the dude looks, turns around, packs his shit,
Who packs
and then
Yeah,
leaves.
who are you talking about?
Batman of San Antonio.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he should have though.
Yeah, no, it was like literally David walked in and everybody's like, "Oh man, that Batman is awesome!" And people start getting pictures like right in front of the dude's booth. People are like, "Oh, yeah, Batman!" And of course, he packed it up.
It's like
Immediately.
he's the main reason why I'm like so uncomfortable donating to anything.
Yeah, it's very
'Cause it
hard.
makes me
He's
feel
ruined
super
it for a
sketch.
lot of the cosplay. A
Not
lot of cosplayers
cheerleaders.
that do great charity work. There are some that do great charity work.
Gives us a
And
bad name.
it really soiled it and gives a bad name.
And I have proof.
Yeah. What proof?
Con
You are
news.
gonna have to get her podcast.
Con
Con
news.
news.
Con news.
Con news.
Con news.
Look, I can force.
I don't want.
The Virgin SA Batman.
Okay.
Aw.
Con
Okay,
news.
con
Shots fired.
Con
So,
news.
Con news. We got an announcement from Celebrity Fan Fest at 10 a.m. this morning. Trey.
Oh, sorry.
They announced.
Sylar from Heroes.
I was just getting ready to say that is what I thought of when I saw. I was like,
He's
Sylar.
my man.
And
He's
he
the
is
best
Zachary
villain.
Quinto.
Yes, Zachary Quinto, Spock in the new Star Trek movies with Carl
I
Urban
will,
and
he's
Chris
he's
Pine.
a great Spock, but he'll always be silent. I
Agreed.
mean, I have Heroes Sword from the show with half the cast signed on it.
Oh,
I fucking
shit.
love that shit.
I have that shit on DVD.
They're having
Save
a
the
That's the
cheerleader.
cosplay I should
Save the
do.
world.
That's
We should
the
be cheerleaders.
Save the cheerleaders, save the world.
I'll be all bloody like you cut my brain open.
What the fuck are y'all talking? Do you know?
Heroes on
You
ABC.
never watched Heroes?
No.
Oh,
Stop sleeping on Heroes.
That
I think I saw the first
show.
episode.
Yeah, I think I got one episode in and I was like,
The cheerleader, she was like indestructible, so she like started to like test herself. She would throw herself off of like high water towers, and she'd break all of her bones, and then just like snap up and like snap back together. Yeah.
then you had Greg Grunberg. He was a cop. He could read people's
Latex
minds.
Man, hell yeah.
Siler
So,
would steal
like-
your power, but he had to get into your head to do it, so he'd always slice your head open right
And then he
here.
would get everyone's. He was like Rogue, but not in a clean way.
He was absorbing everybody's power.
Yeah, it sounds like a
So,
very
like, I like
unsanitary
how you
rogue.
look at me after he said rogue.
Celebrity Fan Fest.
I'm telling you, that's who
We
you are,
have
girl.
like
You're right here
80
as rogue.
cosplays.
I
in the
know.
docket.
I don't know. And I'm also supposed to do one with Little Bird.
Hmm.
Oh, is that the one that we
What?
talked about at my Christmas thing?
Mm-hmm.
Am I in
You
that?
can. You can.
Because I know there was talk about me being in that.
You can. She's supposed to give me a list. She hasn't given me my list.
This is all top secret shit
So
we're
con
talking about
news.
here.
Because
So con news.
Stephanie, it was.
Yeah.
I don't think Steph will end up doing it.
We could talk.
Yeah, well,
Well,
that's
I'll
all
send
right.
Steph
Off
this,
the
so-
air. That's
Yeah,
top secret. So, yeah,
Because we need four.
cancellations.
Oh yeah.
I'm in.
Cancellations. Like, we got this great Zachary Quinto news, and so Celebrity Fan Fest is now going to have a large swath of Star Trek stars. I know they're doing WWE Superstars as soon as they get the ink dry on that. Still going to get other Marvel DC stars. However, it is going to be very hard because a lot of people are canceling events. We talked about it last week why they're canceling events, but now we're getting event cancellations. The Arnold Fitness Expo isn't a con, but it is an expo.
It is a convention.
It is a convention. It's a huge expo
and they have
that
competitions
has
there.
yeah,
I
they
mean,
have
it's a
strength, bodybuilding, strongman.
It draws
Everything.
in people from.
It's from
across-
all
Oh,
around
it
the
is
world.
the-
It is global.
It's as packed as Dragon Con.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
how
yeah.
packed that
I
shit.
bet.
Easily.
And it's
And
in
You
half
put
the
Arnold
space.
on anything, people will show up.
Yeah, and now they have rescheduled it, so it's canceled for now. Postponed until they can get a date.
When was
That's
it
the first
originally?
major event. It was
This
going to be in
It's
March.
April.
Yeah,
Usually
it's gonna be
April.
like this weekend or next. It was the
It's
beginning
this
of March
weekend.
this year. This weekend, right?
Yeah, it
So
should
the
be this
Arnold
weekend.
Arnold Fitness show got moved.
Arnold Classic.
Arnold Classic, Arnold Sports Classic. Yeah, he fucking uses like a bunch of names for it, but that's not the only one. Emerald City Comic Con is still going on. However, they are understanding that people are very nervous about it. The mayor of Seattle has declared an elevated state of urgency. So Emerald Comic Con is still going forward. They're saying they're taking extra precautions to make sure everything's clean, sanitary. They're going to have extra
We're
sanitizer.
gonna spray all the weebs down with
Yes.
Lysol.
We can finally get deodorant at cons.
Yes.
You need just like a
No.
disinfectant unit, like right at the door.
Right, just like a Monsters Inc.
Yeah,
Got
Got a 2319.
2319. So yeah, Emerald City canceled.
I think you
No,
saw the news
from-
from earlier.
Yeah, from what I may be, unless it's changed,
Yeah,
the
I don't
show is
think it
going
has.
on. I know vendors that are still
Verify.
going, promoters that are still going. Jen Lee's gonna check. But they are refunding. Emerald City is lifting their no refund policy because they understand that these circumstances are not normal. People are canceling. We know people personally who have canceled and luckily got flights refunded because this thing was already coming up. It was going to happen. So Emerald City's issued refunds for that cancellation, and now vendors and media companies are pulling out of events. Warner Brothers, DC, has said they're doing no events this year.
Canceled for the rest of the year.
Yeah, canceled for the rest of the year. DC Comics is not doing any.
I hope that doesn't.
They're using an excuse
Because
because they're so ashamed of how they've been doing lately. They're,
Oh.
yeah, coronavirus. Let's just not show up.
Let's just not show up
Let's
and
just
have
not
to
show
answer questions about Birds of Prey. Yeah, that statement says it's going forward. So Emerald City, as far as we know, is going forward. Carlos lives!
He's alive.
So,
Yeah, it's just a moving. forward.
yeah, so they're moving forward. They
Refund.
are refunding, so you can get a refund if you're
Because
going
they
to
have a
Emerald City.
strict like no refund policy.
Yeah. But Dark Horse also canceled a show. So Dark Horse Comics is another one that also is now canceling their events. They're not doing them until further notice. So these are booths that we see when we go to some of the major cons. Like you see the DC booth. It's usually like 20 feet high with the DC sign. They got figures. They have comics. They have artists there. So it's going to be interesting to see if this trend continues of cancellations and postponings, how that's going to affect other cons.
It won't
'cause-
affect Bob, I'll tell you that much. Bob's like, we still partying over here.
And Bob we
Exactly.
trust.
In Bob we trust.
But I am concerned with how many people will cancel on Bob.
Yeah.
That makes me nervous. Not him canceling.
Yeah.
People
I
canceling
think we'll
on
know in
him.
about a few weeks where this is going.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not until summer, so hopefully.
Well,
We
Well,
can-
with some South Texas heat, we'll kill off some.
Oh, yeah.
well,
They'll
it's-
cook anything.
yeah, it's
or
possible.
recook them all.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, so that's
figure it
where it stands. A lot of cancellations.
What?
Yes, Marvel may buy DC Comics. Okay, we'll touch on that. That it's Warner Brothers is very unhappy with the DC side of their business.
Because it sucks.
AT&T purchased Warner Brother, and they really
Although
Yeah.
I would like to chime in on this, I did finally watch Birds of Prey, and it is much better than the trailers give it credit for. Some really
We've
cool
heard that.
scenes,
Yeah.
some very good animations. It is not focused on all those girls. It is mainly focused on Harley Quinn, and still connects like that Joker. What in the hell?
the Joker. What in the hell?
What are we looking at?
I don't know
You
what
don't
she's
see it?
pointing at. No.
There's literally someone
Yeah.
out here like flashing their freaking light.
Oh, I saw it.
It was like blinding me. I was like, oh.
I can't see anything.
Anyway,
Squirrel.
I mean, she still makes connections. You still see some of the locations that you saw in Suicide Squad with her and the Joker. You don't ever see him, but she does talk about him frequently. It is very female Deadpool. I'll tell you that. It's very gruesome.
It tried to be female.
Her fight scenes alone, beautiful. I actually was surprised. Like, I was going in it not wanting to watch it whatsoever. But after watching her fight in the police station, I lost it. Because it was the coolest scene. Because she didn't use guns or bat. She used this cannon launcher, and it was like bombs, but they're like confetti and like just paint, and so like she's just like blasting cops, and it's like confetti just like flying off. I mean,
have you seen Birds of Prey?
It was much better than I expected.
So you went in with low expectations.
I went in with no.
That's the only way I go into DC live action films.
You have to
with super low expectations. Occasionally,
I think if they
the last time I went,
I do love
better,
DC animation.
It would have been better. It had good music, good story. I mean, it wasn't like a story where you feel like you had to see other people from the DC comics.
Yeah.
Like, it was its own little entity.
And they should have just called it Harley Quinn.
It was a simple story too. It wasn't a big elaborate story. It was just a very simple story. It wasn't a lot to it, and I think that was good. But I think had they marketed it that it was a Harley Quinn movie, not Birds of Prey, because then everybody thought it was going to be all about these girls, and they're really only with her for like the last 10 minutes of the movie.
So they lied to us. So they lied to us in the trailer.
I think there's a huge debacle, and then that's why they switched the name. Like
the weekend it released.
Literally after it released, they switched the name to Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey. It was like too little, too late.
My favorite part is she's like literally cornered in like there's cops and there's everybody's just trying to get her, and she literally holds up like this handkerchief. She's like parlay. And I lost it. Like, I started cracking up.
No, I think Margaret Robbie's great. I just don't think they're going to do anything with her. They're not going to do anything with the whole.
They wouldn't have happened. It wasn't for her. Apparently, she produced that movie.
So what was cool?
That's right. That's the only reason they made it. She offered to produce it and like was really big and pushing it because it was.
Some of her costumes make more sense after watching it too. So like you understand why Harley can fight to begin with. She's a roller derby girl, so they're really like brooding. So that's kind of where you see like the roller skates and all that, and that's a super brief moment in the movie. You barely even see it. You know what I mean? So like, there's detail. I mean, overall, I would out of a 5, I'd give it a 3. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't superb. But I mean,
you wouldn't pay to see it.
I probably would. Cool.
Right.
And that's high praise for me because I wanted
Would you go with the family? Like go through the trouble of taking the kids and doing all that?
No, that's not.
Bam! All right.
You know why?
That's how I know it's a good movie. If you'll take the kids and all that shit, that's a good.
It's like watching Deadpool, but a girl. It is the same. It's the same like that third person, like fourth wall breaking.
Yeah.
It's the same like just inner monologue like.
So
Deadpool.
They copied Marvel.
It basically is Deadpool with a Harley Quinn face, like.
Oh, I can't wait. James Gunn finished production on Suicide Squad, so hopefully we'll get that right.
So
maybe James Gunn in Gunn We Trust, but
as long as they don't let Will Smith run the show, you gotta have all the lines. I'm not sure if he's coming back. I don't think he's coming back. I think it was Idris Elba was in it. I completely forgot the casting. I lost track. But
that sounds
they recast it?
They recast it.
Wow.
It's a reboot. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're like, sequel, but a reboot.
DC hasn't got anything right since Christopher Nolan.
I think it's that way.
Yeah.
Hey,
Agreed.
Are we recording?
Yeah, no, we're recording. Oh, are we recording? I don't know.
We'll figure that out later.
Yeah, too little, too late now.
Yeah, you have to just
you got one job to remind me to do my one job.
I say recording.
Yeah, well, that's recording. I will just pull the audio from there. But segueing from Harley Quinn to the Batmobile photo that we got our first look at the Batmobile.
Knight Rider.
It does look like. Yeah, it has a very like classic muscle car look to it.
I like
it. It is a nod to like. James pointed it out in the podcast group, like the 66 Batmobile that Bob has on display at Celebrity Fan Fest. The Adam West 66, like, awesome.
Because that's technically the time frame I think we're supposed to be, when he's very young.
In the 60s?
No, like...
No, not
Like
the
Batman
60s.
Year
Think
One.
about it. He's supposed to be young, so that means that's like one of the first Batmobiles, right? So that's like the Batmobile he should have because that's the age.
I try not to
Timeline.
wise.
And that's another thing.
Timeline,
It's just
I
like,
can't.
how many times
Do
do
you
we
work
need
for
to...
DC?
Yeah, no, I try not to point out a timeline with DC because fucking Chris Pine dies in World War
I love DC's
One,
excuse every
and
time.
now
We'll
he's
just
alive in the
Flashpoint.
80s.
Maybe he lived one.
Oh, like Captain America did after he took off, sacrificing in that plane. And yeah,
I still want to know how they're gonna play that off.
I don't fucking know. And
It
they're
wasn't
gonna,
Captain America because that's
they're
Marvel.
gonna ruin the villain. Fucking Cheetah Girls. All right. Yeah,
Cheetah- I
Wonder
love
Woman
how we're
has me
playing
worried.
Cheetah now.
Wonder Woman
Yeah.
has me worried.
But I am excited about the
Bat
the
Vet, yeah.
Batmobile. It looks
It
like
looks-
a Camaro to me.
yes.
Like
I've heard.
an old muscle Camaro.
You barely got to see a little smidge of him in the suit too.
Yeah, the
I know,
ears.
I know.
The ears look good.
I love
They're
it.
not like
I am
horrible ears.
so
The
I am
cape. I needed to see the cape.
I'm excited about this Batman. I've been excited about this Batman. Yes.
You know why? Because we were in like our teens when he was in Twilight, so it's like
I didn't even like him in Twilight.
really.
Yeah, I was not
He
a fan
will
of-
always be Cedric Diggory.
Yeah,
to me.
See,
I
I,
liked-
saw him first
I liked
in
him
Harry
as-
Potter.
as
What about you,
Cedric.
Jen? What are your thoughts on Robert Pattinson as Batman?
I don't like anything Batman, so
What?
I'm a Superman fan or
Hey,
Marvel all
respect
the way.
that.
Right here. Yes. That's what it's all about, baby. Superman.
I can respect
All day.
that.
All day. Team Superman. Fuck Batman. I
Stop
said it.
sleeping on Batman. God.
No, I think the Batmobile looks cool. I like the way Matt Reeves is going. I think Robert Pattinson's gonna knock brooding out the park.
No,
There's
what he
no,
does.
make sure you tackle the marketing properly.
There's two mixed things I've heard about the new Batmobile. Either you love it, and a lot of people are like, is Batman not rich?
Well, yeah.
No, they're looking at like he can't afford a bigger car than that. No, that's why
He's
He's
supposed
pretty
to
rich.
be,
He has a
like, in
motorcycle
his
also.
20s.
like one of my
something in
favorite
this.
cosplay Batman cosplays, Saddle Up. I'm sure you've seen him.
Yeah.
Just amazing stuff. It's like he shows all the other Batmans like back when Batman was rich. It's just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I could see some of that solved.
So
At the same time, I like the new one. I hope it's this whole we're doing like kind of like Batman Year One, but at the same time, how many renditions of the Batman origin story do we need to see?
I don't think we need an origin.
Well, I think this
Yeah.
is all
We
going to
said
be prequel stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prequel to the storyline
I
we already
think
know.
they need to take the Spider-Man route. Bat origin, he's Spider-Man. You the fuck know who Spider-Man is if you're sitting in this fucking.
You know who Uncle
Captain
Ben is?
America movie.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
I think that this is gonna be their Tom Holland. I
Yeah.
think this is like
Oh,
Just
I think-
That's
introduce
some
him.
big shoes to fill.
I think he's going to be a great Bruce Wayne. I don't know about
Yeah.
Batman.
We'll have to see.
We'll see.
Dude, he's got the chin for it.
I'm telling
Oh,
you,
yeah.
when
He's
he
got
goes
the
in his
chin.
dark mode as like in Twilight, I mean, he can be very scary. And some of the
When
movies
I
that
watched
he's done
him-
after Twilight, he's played some pretty
No,
like
watch him
dramatic
in the movie Lighthouse. After I watched him do Lighthouse, I was like, okay, he can pull off Batman.
His newest roles.
But at the same time, I was just like, I'm going to reserve judgment until I see like what kind of voice are we working with. That's going to kill him. Make it or break it for me. Is he doing Bale voice
You
again?
gotta give us that in the
Gargling
trailer
marbles.
too.
Yeah.
Yo, how's it going?
Look, I said it last week. If Kristen Stewart can be a Charlie's Angel, he can be a Batman.
That's the world we're living in.
And how well
kids.
did that movie do?
No, terrible.
Yeah, that's pretty much the show for the week.
Secret topic time?
Secret topic time, and Jen's gonna start a podcast, and she's gonna have all the
She's gonna
tea.
spill that tea.
All the tea.
Good and bad.
Good and good. We got what? Some
you should
positivity
just
to
call
balance it out.
Jen spilling the tea.
Jen's tea.
Jen's tea time.
So thank you guys so
Tea
much for
time with
joining
Jen.
in. He'll be fine as Batman.
I like
It's
that.
his
Tea time with
stuntman.
Jen.
I'm sure his stuntman's great, but once again,
You gotta dub it over.
Robert's got to do the voice.
Robin needs to show up on a hoverboard like Harley Quinn in the cartoon. Oh man, that makes sense in DC world. I don't fucking know.
There won't be a Robin in it though.
Yeah, no.
Chris
There
O'Donnell.
won't be.
will always be
Timeline
Batman.
is he's like in his 20s. He's not going to be adopting any children yet.
This is why Superman
Okay.
works alone.
Yeah.
Prequel. Think prequel.
Thank you guys so much for
Thank
watching.
you.
Bye.
Yeah,
Live long
we'll
and
see
prosper.